Welcome back to Radio Roundtable on this Wednesday, August the 7th. Fred Persinger II with you. Coming up at the top of the hour, Fox News, and then we'll have Hoppy Kirchhoff and Talkline coming up at 10:06 this morning. But right now, I want to welcome into the studio James Owston, who is the Assistant Provost for Extended Learning with Alderson Broaddus University. How you doing?
Pretty good.
Thanks for coming in and being on the show today. We've got some interesting things to talk about. Alderson Broaddus now starting to bring some degree programs working with New River Community and Technical College, right?
That is correct. In fact, we're doing this in a number of places around the state. And one of the reasons for doing this is there is a population of people 25 and older that have some college but do not have a bachelor's degree. They may have an associate's degree, but they may not have any degree. Mm-hmm. And so we are bringing in a number of degree completion programs so those folks can transition to that particular stage in their life, so they can have that next level of credentialing.
Yeah, and that's something that because of, and I'm sure some of it has to do with people trying to find a new career, whether they were in the mines or whatever else it is, trying to find another, as you mentioned, transition into something different. Here would be an opportunity to go to New River, take these classes from Alderson Broaddus to help that along, right?
That's correct. There's 25% of the adults over 25 that don't have a degree and have some schooling. So we figure giving a pathway for that and giving them an opportunity to do that locally rather than having them upload their family into the car, take them to Philippi, West Virginia to take classes from us there, really didn't make a lot of sense. If we can do it where they are, bring the education where they are, that helps them.
And the great thing about it is the fact that a school like Alderson Broaddus, which is an outstanding school and has been recognized as far as being one of the great schools in the state of West Virginia, you have that degree from a college that is accredited and at a very good name like Alderson Broaddus is so important.
We think so. And we've been around since 1871 under a number of different names. We merged with a school that was in Alderson, West Virginia, hence the Alderson part of the name Alderson Broaddus. Broaddus was the institution that was there in Philippi. And we have trained a lot of folks in a lot of different fields.
We invite people to come out, and the reason why that you were on the show today, one of the reasons why, is to talk about the open house, which is coming up next Thursday, August the 15th. This will be a great opportunity for people who are thinking about taking these degree completion programs to come out and kind of talk to the people and the staff and kind of get to know the way it's going to be.
And that's right, Fred. We're going to be hosting this at Pasquale's, and everybody knows Pasquale's if you're from Beckley. You know where it is. We're going to feed you, and we're going to allow you to talk to our staff as well as talk to some of the folks at New River Community and Technical College. If you happen to be a student there or a graduate from New River, you can find out and maybe look at your transcript from their people that will be there, and then we can kind of map out a plan for one of the degree programs that we're going to start this fall.
Has there been an announcement of what those programs are?
Yes, we are going to be offering 3 programs starting this fall. Healthcare management, and that's really geared toward individuals that have an allied health program in 2 years, and that could be any number of one of the programs that New River offers. And then we give them the management skills to be able to take that to maybe run a clinic. And then we're going to be offering a degree completion program in criminal justice. And then we found with working with the community and technical colleges, there are a lot of students out there that have gone through their programs and never graduated, but they have amassed 90 hours or so. And so we have an interdisciplinary studies degree that allow them to pick and choose from classes to meet the requirements for concentration and get their bachelor's degree as well. So those 3 we're going to start this fall, and then later on we're going to bring a couple more degrees. And if you want, I can tell you those right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We're going to bring professional leadership. We're already doing that in Fairmont, and that is a program that helps individuals gain those leadership skills which are so important in business and industry. We'll be offering that in 2020, and we'll also be offering integrated marketing communication. And there are only there's only one other school in the state at the bachelor's level that's offering that program, and so we're going to take that to the different areas that we're working in.
Yeah. When you talk about are these classes, can they be taken online as well?
These classes will be in a hybrid format.
Gotcha.
And so they're 8 weeks long, And you'll meet 4 of those weeks, and everything will be done online. All of the work will be done online, the discussion rooms. But we feel that it's important that there is a meeting with the instructor as well as meeting the other students in the class. That helps persistence, it helps retention, and people become a group. There's a synergy in a group.
Yeah. The great thing about it, with it being online, but you do, having the meetings and things like that, but for the most part, with everything being online, is people can set their own schedule. Because I'm sure that you're looking at people for these degree completion programs that, as you mentioned, over 25 years of age, chances are they have a family, they have jobs and everything else, trying to work around, they can do their schedule and still get this work done, plus having it, I don't want to say an accelerated program, but as you mentioned, the hybrid program, where it's 8 weeks long, they can get it done a lot quicker.
That's true. And typically what we're going to do for students is offer them 2 programs or 2 classes in their program during those 8 weeks. And then in the next 8 weeks, 2 more classes. So they get their 12 weeks to be a full-time student.
Yeah.
And they can use financial aid for that.
Yeah. So there's a lot of great things for this. And I mean, there's a need for this, I think, here in the area. And,
in the entire state.
Yeah. And that's something that what I like about hearing with colleges and things like that is trying to find that what is needed. And this is one of those things that are definitely needed right now, trying to get people degrees in other programs, and maybe they can try to go another way and look for the jobs that they need to. And because we do know there's jobs available, but trying to find the people for those jobs sometimes is tough.
Yes, and we have these meetings that are going to be at night. So if you're a working adult, you'll have an opportunity to go to class without having to miss any work. They'll start 5:30 in the evening, and then first class will end at 7:20, and then second class will start at 7:30 and at 9:20.
Yeah, that's not bad. I mean, it's still...
No, not at all, especially just 4 weeks out of the 8 that you meet. And like I said, it builds that camaraderie among the students, and it really causes students to work harder, work together. And I did a night program through Marshall a number of years ago, and it was like that. We had a group of students that tended to study together. Even though we were distant, we could get on the phone and talk about certain things.
And now it's so much easier with the computer and everything else online. I mean, it's so much easier to do that, and that helps out continuing the education and keeping people involved. And if you have knowing somebody that you could talk to about the class or whatever you need to talk about to try to move forward with it, that's the great thing about this as well.
Yes, it is, and we're happy about this, and we're really filling a need in the area as well as the rest of the state in bringing forth this initiative in extended learning.
Yeah, and of course it helps Alderson Broaddus as well, trying to expand as well. I mean, that's part of this as well, is expanding Alderson Broaddus's name here into the southern part of the state. I know a lot of kids are going to AB. Whether it's sports related or whatever, I know a lot of kids that go to AB. So I mean, now you're trying to expand it here into the southern part of the state as well.
And I went to a conference last year in Philadelphia, and they said for small private schools, which we are, to survive in the future is that we are to do things unique and find new audiences for our programs. And we realized not everybody's going to come to Philippi, and we have about 920 some students on our campus. So if we can reach out into those places where we can offer classes with quality faculty members, because we're going to hire people that have the credentials, that have taught before, and that'll do a great job, we can take the message of Alderson Broaddus and the degree programs elsewhere and allow these students to amass a degree in whatever chosen field they have that we're going to be offering in their area, and go and get into the workforce, or maybe get a raise and a promotion at their job. Yeah,
and it helps too, because I think the way that things are now and the way that technology is, of course, is advanced, you can do things like this to help out more people, and whether, no matter what they're looking for, as far as, they're just trying to get into another career, if they're trying to get their degree because they want their degree, or things like that, there's another opportunity for them to get that without having to put their whole life on hold for 1 to 2 to 3 years.
And this is true. And another advantage that we have, especially with the New River folks, as they graduate with their associate's degree, we accept every one of their credits.
Oh, okay.
And I know some four-year institutions in the state, there are credits that they won't accept. We'll accept everything, and it may be an elective, but it'll count towards the 120 hours they need for their degree.
Mm-hmm. So that makes it good, too, from the standpoint of people taking classes now and wondering if it would transfer, if they're wasting their time by taking those classes. They don't have to worry about it when they work with AB.
And if any student coming in, if somebody has started at Concord or Bluefield State or Marshall, and they live here in Beckley and they're wanting to work through one of our programs, we'll accept those credits that they have.
Yeah, it's a great program starting with 3 programs, but you will expand for a couple of more, and who knows what will happen in the future. Hopefully this will be a successful where you continue to grow and continue to build some of those programs in. I know that's probably the plan, right?
It is, and we've got this outlined. We're jumping into this rather quick. I've been working on this initiative for about a year now, and getting all the paperwork signed and all of that takes time, and deciding what classes we're going to do takes time, and so we're getting ready to start. Our first class starts August 26th on a Monday, and that'll be the program in criminal justice. The healthcare management classes will start on that Tuesday, the 27th, and so we're raring to go.
When you look at what programs have started up, and you say you've been at this about a year, what's the criteria to look to see, okay, this program is what's needed and things like that?
We talk to our partners about this, and we see that most of our partners have wanted the healthcare management program, and the criminal justice is a strong program for many of the community and technical colleges, and so we've talked to them. What will work for your students to go to that next level? How can we help your associate degree degree students, graduates, to get a bachelor's degree? What programs will help them? Do
you look at what is needed in the area as well as part of that?
Sometimes. I mean, we'll look at what other people are doing. And for example, the integrated marketing communication that we're talking to New River about, that will hopefully start in the fall of 2020, will be a program that no one in this area is offering. Now, Concord has a master's degree, and those students that get our IMC degree through us can go on to Concord. WVU has a master's degree in that program. We're not going to get into that field, but we do feel that it's necessary for an IMC program to be out there around the state. Ohio Valley is the only other school in the state that offers this program, and so we feel that we can do it, and we can get it out there into every corner and niche of West Virginia. We're just starting small with 3 schools right now. Hopefully by next year we'll be in every community and technical college in the state. Yeah,
it's amazing, and the need is there for it to grow like that.
Oh, yes.
And that's the important thing about this too, is you all are providing a need in these areas that have these community technical colleges to service those needs and help out the students there.
Now, for those who need some specialized classes that we have that we do teach online, they can take those online as well.
Okay.
Because there are times they may need a general studies class that we haven't worked into this program, because they should get those through their community and technical college that they graduated from. But somebody coming in, maybe they have 50 hours and they never finished anywhere, they can take some of these general ed courses from us online.
Yeah. One thing I like about this too is the fact you've got colleges working together.
Yes.
And I think that's changed over the years. I don't know. I know I might be wrong. I don't think they've worked as well as what you're seeing now together. And I think that's a good thing.
It is. And we found with the community and technical college, and not so much now, but in years past, there was animosity between their 4-year-old parent and the separated community and technical college, and they didn't always work together well. And in some cases, when they were together, they didn't work together well. But now we give them an opportunity to work with a partner that's coming to their area.
Yeah, it's amazing. All right, so once again, the open house is coming up next Thursday, August the 15th. It's going to be Pasquale's. What time does it start?
6 to 9, and they can come any time during the 3-hour period.
Okay.
They don't have to be there at 6 o'clock. They want to come 7:30, 8 o'clock, that's fine.
Okay, 6 to 9 next Thursday at Pasquale's. Once again, you can come out and talk to the folks from New River Community Technical College and also Alderson Broaddus. They're going to be there talking about these degree programs, degree completion programs that'll be starting up just in a couple of weeks. It's hard to believe.
Right.
It's hard to believe.
We're right there.
And it's amazing.
I'm hiring faculty right now.
Is that right? Yeah. So it's a busy time, no doubt about it. And one program begins. Which the program begins on the 26th?
We're going to have the healthcare management and criminal justice.
Okay.
And interdisciplinary studies, which will, they'll pick and choose classes.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. I tell you what, it's a great program. Glad to see Alderson Broaddus getting involved here locally in the southern part of the state, because it's a great college, great chance for people, a great university for people to get that degree completion program and maybe try to go in a different direction. So I think it gives people options maybe they haven't had before.
We hope so.
Yeah, exactly. All right, James, appreciate it. Thanks for coming in to the show and talking to us this morning. Best of luck with this coming up once again next Thursday, August the 15th at Pasquale's from 6 until 9. It is the open house going on with New River Community Technical College and also Alderson Broaddus for the degree completion programs. Make sure you check that out if you're interested. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks, Fred.
All right. James Owston, once again from Alderson Broaddus University, who is the assistant provost for extended learning. We're going to take a break. We come back. We'll wrap up the show next, coming up here on the WJLS News Network.